You finished?
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over. What the fuck are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do?
Maybe we could build a fire, sing a couple of songs, huh? Why don't we try that?
Hell no, Hudson. We're not going to build a fire and sing songs. We're going to pop another quarter in and give it another try. Stay frosty, brother. It's so hard to believe that my favorite film of all time is celebrating its 40th anniversary this year. It's such an inspiration to so many different sci-fi films, but also serves an inspiration to so many video games. Certainly games like Halo Combat Evolved for the original Xbox, and to some degree, even Dead Space, I could see some inspiration there. But directly relating to the franchise itself, there have been several games put out over the years, so I thought I'd make a list ranking my top 5. I set some stipulations or rules for this list, right? No Alien vs. Predators game. I want it to closely mirror Aliens as close as possible, so no Alien Isolation, because I think that mirrors maybe the original film a lot closer than some of these games on this list. And also, no games that I haven't played, right? So no Aliens Online, unfortunately. I never got a chance to play that one, though it looks like such a kick-ass time, and someone please do an online game similar to this in the future. That would be awesome. And certainly games that aren't going to be on this list, like Aliens Colonial Marines, for obvious reasons. That was a huge letdown. And some other ones that just maybe barely missed this list. I think it's also worth noting that as of recording this video, we're on the eve of Aliens Fireteam Elite 2 coming out. I just am beyond stoked about that one. I cannot wait to see what Cold Iron Studios does with their sequel. And stick around after my list because I'll talk about a couple of Aliens games that you may not know about that aren't on this list. At number 5 here, we have the OG, the original Aliens game. This came out in 1986, the same year as the film. How cool is that? It was on many different computer platforms in the 80s. Not to be confused with yet another Aliens game that came out around the same time as you're seeing here. I've actually never played that one. I heard it's decent. But hey, you can control the dropship. You fly the dropship in this one. Something missing in every Aliens game. The only game on this list where you can take on the role as Pharaoh. By all accounts, a decent game for the time. And there's various stages where you fight off the Xenomorphs in different ways. I had a lot of fun with this one, and it's easy to emulate now. Like I said, it came out on a lot of different platforms, so find you an emulator. You got the classic power loader scene at the end. I think it's worth checking out. And number 5 on my list. At number 4, I have the tough as nails real-time strategy game Aliens Dark Descent. I think this one really captures the intensity of the film. The Marines are fully upgradable, fully customizable, but they have permadeath. So if one dies, that's it. They're gone. Very intense. It's a real-time strategy game, so that may not be for everyone, but you can drive the APC, which is awesome. Like I said, you load out your fire team in different scenarios. You fight more than just Xenomorphs in this one. And there's a lot to control here. You have a command deck, which is your central hub. You have a med lab where you have to treat your Marines if they get injured for various ailments. You also have the barracks where you can upgrade your weapons, get new weapons. And of course, the research laboratory where you can do all sorts of things, but very fun. At number 3, Konami's 1990 classic, Aliens the arcade game. It's a shame this never made it to the home consoles. I remember playing this at 7-Eleven as a kid, so a lot of memories there. What I love about this one is, obviously it pulls from the film, but it does its own thing. The Xenomorphs are very colorful. Some of the designs even remind me of the Kenner action figures a little bit. So who knows, maybe Kenner got a little inspiration from some other things that were going on. But of course, you can ride around in the APC. The intensity of going through the air ducts and things like that from the movie. And of course, you have a dreaded elevator stage. And, it's a beautiful game. It's so much fun to play. I've played through it countless times. And also what's neat is you get a nice power loader scene at the end. And of course, you can play 2-player, and the second player drops in as Hicks. So worth checking out. At number 2, Aliens Fireteam Elite from Cold Iron Studios, 2022. I've put so many hours into this game, and I cannot wait for the sequel. They nailed it. they pulled inspiration from the comics. They have a full-fledged campaign. They have a horde mode. They had DLC. The Marines are customizable. Your loadouts are customizable with different perks. It's intense. It's over the top. You can play co-op. There's little to hate about this game, and a tough one to put at number 2. So at number 1, there was no doubt in my mind it was going to go to Aliens Infestation on the Nintendo DS. It's often overlooked because it is on the DS. First and foremost, I gotta say this, spoiler, if you complete the game, you can unlock Bishop's knife trick as a mini game, which I thought was so cool. It's a 2D side-scroller, Metroidvania style. You recruit new Marines throughout the story, but don't get too close to them because there is permadeath, but you really get to know their personalities through the dialogue. All the weapons from the film are there. You got the welder, you got the pistol sidearm, you got flares, you got the power loader, even homages to the original film with the space jockey. There's lots to explore, lots to find. It's a big game. It'll keep you squirming because the Xenomorphs pop out of every corner. It's beautiful to look at, and throughout your journey, you probably will see this screen a few times because it's fairly intense. So back in the early aughts, there was a team developing an Aliens RPG. I believe it was Obsidian. And it got scratched, but I do think that somewhere in the future, this game needs to exist. It would be awesome. And another game that's not on my list that I have played, it's worth noting, is Aliens for the MSX by Square, the same people behind Final Fantasy. Far from that kind of epic masterpiece, but think Contra, but extremely watered down. It's not great. It's a curiosity at best. It's worth checking out, but I thought I'd mention it because not a lot of people know about this game, and if you have an emulator that can run it, I would say throw it in there just for a good laugh. So that's my list. Let me know what you think. Have you played these games? Is your list similar? What did I leave off the list? I thought I would depart from talking about custom action figures and collectibles and talk about another love of mine, which is video games, and certainly Aliens video games. Let me know if you'd like to see different types of Aliens games, like an RPG or something like that. I love those conversations with my viewers. If it's your first time here, hit subscribe, share with a friend, and it's like I say at the end of my videos, let's be kind as we rewind and fast forward through time. Thank you for stopping by 2 Day Rentals.